Hey guys, Kelly here. Thanks for tuning in to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome, hi. And if you've been here before, welcome back, hi. So I'm gonna jump right on into my topic. My name is Kelly McCrae, and I am a lupus warrior, and I'm feisty. I ain't gonna lie, I've always been feisty. So I got tired of fighting with condescending doctors in the US, raping my insurance. It just wasn't appreciated that I would be feeling at my worst, and then I gotta battle the doctor to be heard. So I wanted to share with you guys a few things that I have, my point of view on dealing with doctors and advocating for yourself, and sharing some things that I feel like were the expectations of the people who were attempting to care for me in the US, and the expectations that I have as a patient. So when I first got sick, I was shocked. I mean, like, you would have thought that I was some perfect specimen of whatever, because I was like, how dare you, lupus? How dare you, right? And let me tell you why that attitude is. First of all, a lot of people who have lupus, they had a lot of illness as they were growing up. Some of them were kind of sickly kids. That wasn't me. I have always been a very healthy person. I would catch a cold, honestly, maybe once every 5 years. I always exercised. I ate what I thought was good food. And, I would bake and broil and grill. I rarely ever fried anything. I'm a former 2-time national level fitness competitor. And what you mean I'm sick? Like, I've spent my whole life being healthy. I don't understand what you mean I'm sick. And so when I first started going to the doctors with the issues that were happening in my body, and they were a lot of issues, guys, I would go in kind of with the mindset that these are doctors, they know what they're doing. If they tell me to do something, that's what I should do because they know best. Sadly, I learned differently. And I'm sure a lot of you either have learned that as well, or you will learn that if you're newly minted to lupus. Okay, so here is a thing that I want you to understand. A lot of us are intimidated by the doctors, and they do that on purpose. They do that. We don't do it, they do that. If you go into your doctor's office, oftentimes, if you ask too many questions, they become condescending and nasty, which makes you more apprehensive to ask questions. But here is the thing that I want you to understand. You go into their office for 15, 20 minutes, maybe. You might get 30, and if you're real lucky, you'll get an hour, okay? But before you got there, you had lupus. After you leave there, you have lupus. They don't have lupus. They have a schedule to keep. So the questions that you're asking, if you have a concern, get those questions answered. You do not have to get to a point where security needs to be called, but if your doctor is trying to bully you, let them know that. Let them know, listen, doc, I get it, but your condescending tone is not appreciated. What would be appreciated is if you actually answer my question. Either you know the answer or you don't. And if you don't know the answer, let me know that so I can find a doctor that does know the answer, or a doctor that's willing to research it and give me an answer. Okay? It's your body. Now, part of the reason that I say that, for you to advocate for yourself, for you to be a little more forceful if you must, Have you looked at the side effects of these medications? Like, it's downright scary. One of them causes blindness, and most of us are on that one, okay? Some of them can cause massive, major stomach issues. Some of them can cause brain tumors. So these drugs can permanently alter your life in a very bad way. So if you have questions, those questions need to be answered. It's that simple. And the thing about it is, when you go into the doctor, sometimes they have this attitude that you got a bad attitude. If you got lupus and you in the ER, you are feeling your absolute worst. Who goes to the ER because they're having a great day? La la la, I'm going to the ER, hey. No. So yeah, you got a bad attitude, you in a lot of pain, and you don't understand what is going on, and you have questions. And they're not answering your questions. So I want you all to realize that doctors make mistakes. I'll give you a prime example. I was in the States last year. Y'all see how skinny I am. I don't need to miss no meals. And my stomach is like a wayward toddler. It's doing whatever it wants to, and I really would just like to, find a way to make it submit, but it's gonna do what it wanna do. You can't rationalize with it. So the doctor said to me, oh, well, I'm gonna prescribe this. And because this ain't my first rodeo, and I research every drug they give me, I said, that's not recommended for lupus patients. This was shocking. He was like, oh, no, it'll be fine. I was like, no, that's not recommended for lupus patients. This doctor, he was a young one, and maybe that was the difference. He pulled out his phone, he got on his research, whatever, and when he read it, he goes, huh. So I taught him something. You have to advocate for yourself. They don't know everything. Like I told my primary care doctor, you deal with lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, multiple sclerosis. I only deal with lupus. So when I do my research, I'm focused on nothing but lupus. Anytime there's a new med, a new study, a new whatever, I'm focused on lupus. So we're supposed to be partners in this. You are not the end all, that bees all, because you're the doctor. And then I'll give you guys, there's another video, and I'll put that in the cards, where when I was in the hospital, I literally ended up with 5 administrators in my hospital room because they were pushing a procedure that they could not give me the benefits and the risks on. And let me tell you what they decided to do. Fear. Do not make medical decisions based on fear. So one of the nurses asked me, why won't you let them do this procedure? And I says, because they can't tell me the benefits and the risks. And she said, it'll save your life. And I said, that's cute. You're not going to scare me into y'all giving me something that is going to hurt me more than help me. So again, I want you all to realize that your doctors are educated, but you've been walking around in this body a lot longer than their education, if you will. Like I told one doctor, I get your 12 years of medical school, but at the time I was 45, and I was like, my 45 years in this body trumps your medical school, because I know all of the nuances of this body. I know when something is off. I know when something is not right. And you are not going to convince me that I'm crazy, that I'm lazy, that I'm melodramatic, that I'm making more of it than it should be. You're not going to convince me of that. So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Doctors are humans. They make mistakes. Hold them accountable. Get your questions answered. And if you want to Google it and make them respond to it, So Get your answers. That's all I wanted to share today. I'll see you guys next go round. If you have not subscribed, I would love it if you do. Otherwise, I'll see you on the other side. Ciao.